Hello, everyone. I have a great pleasure and honor to host Infobip, who is a global leader in omnichannel communication. And my name is Nikola Begovic. I'm the security specialist in Microsoft. And I have a great guest here today. So please tell us more a little bit about yourself and Infobip.
Thank you, Nikola. Thanks for having me. So my name is Andro Galinovic. I'm the Chief Information Security Officer of Infobip. So yes, we are a global communication platform as a service company. What is communication platform as a service? So what we do, we enable our customers and simplify their needs to communicate to their end customers. So we take away all the complexity of contacting the customers for any channel they want, whether it's SMS, MMS, RCS, mail, or any OTT channel. Basically, they just tell us who they need to be who they need to contact, and we find the channel, and we do everything for them. So we hide all the complexity. And we actually went beyond just one-way communication. We have two-way communication, so we have services above the normal CPaaS stack. So we have full software as a service stack, so a call center as a service. We have our bots, which are now AI-infused, so that our customers can have a better user experience because they have a bot that actually can talk to people, and then if they need, they can switch to an actual call center operator. So we actually simplify communications on many levels for our customers.
Great. So, can you tell us, like, how does Infobip actually innovate in the CPaaS industry?
Well, we try to be ahead of the curve. We try to anticipate the needs of our clients. We started with our, for instance, bots even before the whole AI ChatGPT craze. We knew that this was coming, that people want that kind of experience. Now with, for instance, AI, it's becoming better and better. And also we see the trend where clients, especially young people nowadays, want to communicate through chats. They like messaging. They don't like calling and explaining something because they kind of don't like that real-time communication in that sense. They want the freedom to do a chat like they do with their friends. So everything is moving towards this conversational experience. Now you have conversational banking and different kinds of use cases where actually you want to bring the entire experience into the chats. And Asia has done quite a big favor to all of us by introducing these super apps where they do everything through basically a chat app now. And this is kind of going global now, and we want to be first there as well and provide them with this kind of single platform, communication platform that can do everything, not just chat, but do shopping, payments, whatever the client needs with interaction with their systems. The super apps of tomorrow can actually do that, and we can help them in achieving that.
Great work you are doing. So, looks like you're leveraging different kind of technologies in your organization. So, in this sense, as we live in the era of AI, so can you tell us a little bit more how actually does the Infobip use AI to improve its operations and to stay actually ahead?
Sure. So we see AI helping us to better our products, but also to improve internal efficiency. So we very quickly, adopted AI first approach. Let's see. So everybody in the company was free to innovate, to see which processes are mundane, repetitive, tedious, and try to use AI. So we had teams that were building internal copilot-based chat apps in Teams, so that different teams can actually do more self-service kind of interface with the rest of the company. So I'm from security. We used to answer a lot of questions for clients regarding security to ourselves. Now we have a chatbot that can, at 2 in the morning, if needed, answer a lot of questions about security posture, about our practices. People get references to our documents, to our certifications, everything they need. And different teams use the same principle. Support uses that principle. Engineering uses that principle. So instead of waiting for someone in a support channel to to contact you and help you with an inquiry, and because it's a large company, you have a lot of support channels, you have a chatbot that can do 90% of what you usually need instantaneously, basically, and it's never gets tired. So it's the next level of automation, basically. That's one part of it. The other part, as I already mentioned, we want to infuse our existing products with AI so that our customers have the same kind of experience, so they can create things more easily. We have a very complex platform that can do whole sorts of engagements with the customers. Contact them there, then follow back to another channel, then get feedback from them, then add them to an opt-in or opt-out list. Whatever you need, you can create flows which are magical. But you need to be able to draw that flow, or our support will draw it for you. But nowadays we can not just have templates, but we can have AI actually create it for you based on what your needs are. So imagine a future where you tell what you need, and basically AI creates the perfect flow for you. You just double check it and you're done, basically.
Yeah, very valuable insights. So in this sense, it looks like the AI actually will push forward and innovate your organization in the coming period. So
it already does.
Or it does already, of course. But in this sense, can you tell us a little bit more about what are the top priorities for the Infobip regarding the AI?
Well, first and foremost is definitely improving our products so that our end customers have that even better user experience to be quick. So AI is great in actually improving the learning curve of any product, because when you don't know something, you ask someone, and if that someone is not available, you have to try. It's like try and error. The whole, I think, innovation with AI and with large language models and ChatGPT like experience is that you can use your natural language to get something, to get through the door, basically. And this is what we want to do. We want to improve. So if client wants to communicate, instead of having templates, it will create a template based on your inputs very quickly, and you can fine tune it, of course, but that just brings you quicker to 80% of what you need. So that's our first priority: make the experience for our customers more simple.
Thank you, Andro. And so with the priorities, there are certain challenges as well.
Of course.
And in this sense, what can be the key challenges for Infobip in the implementation of AI?
Well, there are always challenges with new technologies. That's why we are engineering company at first. So we say we're humble engineers. We like to try things, but that some technologies are not there yet, for instance. So we always use the existing technology, which is proven, to ensure quality of our services, and in parallel we test. So we don't drop everything and not go to the next best thing. We use both. So we use the existing traditional technology and try and learn about the new technology. So at the point in time when the new technology is really mature and we can really offer a better experience, but equally reliable and secure to our customers, we can then very easily transition to it. So the biggest challenge for new technologies is always going far enough ahead to see what is behind the curve, using it, and choosing the right moment to actually infuse whatever you are infusing with the new technology.
Okay, I think definitely you as an organization have a very clear vision on your priorities and the challenges, and I think you are tackling it in a proper way, and hopefully, and I do know that definitely AI in the coming period will bring significant improvements and address a lot of.
But it's not only AI; it's all technology. So
of course,
we have examples where technology was maybe not there yet. We said, okay, we'll go slow. We'll revisit. So, for instance, Zero Trust was like that, ZTNA, SASE. So we investigated it way back. We learned about it, and we are patient. We are patient about adopting technologies. The technology, has more to mature. A good wine.
I couldn't agree more. So as we are both coming from the security field, Let's spice up this conversation a little bit more with the security. How does Infobip actually currently approach to cybersecurity, and what are the primary challenges you're facing in this vast field?
Yeah, well, as you know, so security becoming everybody's problem. So it's not really just a problem of large enterprises because, okay, if you have bigger attack surface, you are a bigger target and you have to do more. But everybody is becoming a target, and everybody has to do security. Everybody has to do proper security hygiene, and you have to raise the bar little by little. And unfortunately, security and user experience is usually they don't play well. So you need to actually find a way to make something more secure, but still making it usable for your end users. I think that's a big challenge. So a lot of people are afraid to do more security because they are afraid that this will negatively impact their operability, their speed, whatever. So we invest a lot of time to do it properly. Sometimes you find technologies which actually even improve. So for instance, zero trust network access is one of those technologies which not only improves security but also improves user experience. So now you can basically, using that technology in a secure way, maybe expose some internal services in a secure way to your without VPN to your users, to mobile phones. But the security, because of not just having two factors, which is like today I think a must-have, but beyond that you also have to have a managed device, geolocation. You have so many parameters which you did not maybe have previously, that this is not a security problem. It's basically improving the usability in a almost, I would say, a more secure way. So we try to find those ways, and when you do that, you kind of raise the bar and you show to everybody, yeah, security can actually do that for you. It can actually improve your experience as well sometimes.
Yeah, thank you. Very, very valuable insight. So, as we live in the era of constant cybersecurity, where it's evolving, the threats are evolving in
Yeah.
both sophistication and volume. So, Microsoft currently, I think, is the leading company in the world that actually leveraging AI for cybersecurity. So, in this sense, what do you see as where AI is playing to enhance actually the Infobip cybersecurity posture? How do you see what are the possibilities that actually Infobip can utilize the AI for cyber, so increasing the better cybersecurity posture?
Okay. Well, we have a lot of tools, and all the next generation tools they have some kind of machine learning inside, uh, which is not AI, as is a narrow field maybe of AI machine learning, but that also, for instance, helps. So your Microsoft Defender for Identity is one good example where the system learns behavioral of clients, and if they see deviations from that normal behavioral, that's an alert. So it's not predefined for a user A or B. It's not predefined for a customer A or B, but it actually learns your patterns and it can then spot differences. So I think machine learning has been here for a while, and it definitely has improved security a whole lot. Tools, because of that, are becoming more complex, and with AI, I think what will happen is that you'll finally have a situation where you can more easily adopt and easily onboard maybe junior people, less experienced people, because if from day one a SOC analyst needs to know a query language to do proper investigations, he will need a lot of onboarding. But with AI, because AI can actually, with a good prompt, give him a quick solution which is 90% okay, and then he can tweak it a little bit, he will actually do more with less knowledge at first, and actually as he will have its own virtual mentor as he does his first steps in security. So I think that's a very good thing, because we always struggle with resources, we always struggle with enough of security people in the industry. I think the new AI trend will help onboard new people more quickly.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and definitely we're gonna see in the coming period more and more AI supporting cybersecurity operations, cybersecurity teams, helping teams to defend really at the machine speed, because the sophistications and the volume of the attacks will just continue to grow in the coming years and months,
Unfortunately, yeah.
unfortunately. But that's why we have to leverage technology in a proper level in order to defend ourselves much better.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so when we talk about security, we touch base around a lot of privacy, a lot of sensitive data. So in this sense, what are the Infobip priorities when it comes to securing sensitive data, and how do you ensure compliance with the relevant regulations and standards in this area?
So we service a lot of customers, so from different industries. Usually when you work in one industry, you have one regulator and you have one set of rules. When you are servicing a lot of customers, you basically have to ensure compliance to everything they need to comply with, so it's difficult. But we have a lot of people, even in security, governance, in privacy, in legal, which actually track actively what do we need to comply with. And that's why we have a lot of certifications. So we have ISO 27001, 27017, 18, the 22301 for the business continuity. We have SOC 2, and a lot of those maybe less known ones. And we have some specific in the regions, because that really does help customers pick you or your competitors, because you have all of that. Once you are in the space, you'll see that it's the compliance. There's a lot of overlap. So it's not like if you have 5 different certifications on 5 markets, you're doing 5 times more work. Basically, they overlap. So once you achieve a specific, a good general posture of security or privacy, you're basically covering more or less everything. We also use trusted cloud providers like Microsoft, because they also worry about compliance. And when you say to a client, look, this is a cloud, but this is a cloud, for instance, in your region, in your country, data never leaves your country. We have the specific rules for that, and you have a specific tenant. This is only your AI model, only used for you. These are the things that the customers want to hear. And with we have our own data centers, but with the cloud, it's much easier to scale and achieve that kind of compliance, especially in this deglobalization era, where now every country, well, not every country, but a lot of regions want to not use global services, but they want local services. So there is a trend of deglobalization in IT services.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, I couldn't agree more, and you're to the point, and that's why I think everything around compliance and regulations is something that Microsoft is definitely, looking at. I will continue to work in this field more and more in order to fulfill the requirements of our customers, in order for your end customers to be more satisfied for the sake of everyone. So before we close, there are certain questions that I also wanted to discuss with you. So we talk a little bit about AI, a little bit about security. So leveraging the AI in general, what are your thoughts of the future of AI? How do you see this perspective?
Well, I think there's still a lot of improvement. So currently, I would say that AI or any kind of, let's say, copilot or security copilot is, I would say, a copilot for actual pilots. It's not an autopilot for non-pilots. So you still want to be in the loop, but you want to have some things done for you, and then you say, okay, this is good. Yes, I want to fly into a storm. Don't just turn the plane around and go into a storm without asking me. So I believe as the technology matures, I think even maybe decision making will be left in some at least cases to AI as well. But for now, I think it's a great help to speed things up, to make you more efficient. Of course, there are still problems in general AI, so hallucinations, off-topic prompt injections, and we are leveraging here also your technology and looking, what we can actually do with the platform to tweak it, because some customers might want our bots to go off topic because they want the conversation to keep on going. They don't want you to say, well, I don't know. They want to keep the customer engaged. Others might want a more strict answer because they're like regulated. And I think AI needs to provide that, like LLM guardrails, firewall, something that will be able to do surgical precision fine-tuning based on different use cases, because there are different use cases. In some cases you really want a very open AI. In other cases you want to be more secure, more strict.
Thank you very much. I mean, a very, very valuable answer. As we agreed both and underlined the importance of security and cybersecurity mechanisms applied to the organizations. So, what do you see as the main cybersecurity challenges in the coming period? And based on your experience and great security insights, what would be the recommendations in this field for the broader audience?
Okay. Well, you said cyber attacks are increasing. Everybody's security posture needs improving. Attack surfaces for everybody are growing because we are digitizing services. And a lot of companies and people don't have proper security hygiene because that wasn't on their to-do list. And unfortunately, you cannot say, I live in a secure city or a secure country, I will not get hit. This is the cyberspace is a global market, so you can live anywhere, you can have a company of any size, and you can still be attacked by a nation state for some reason. So everybody needs to work on their security hygiene. A lot of highly exposed cases globally has shown that companies are vulnerable. A lot of regulation in the US, in Europe, in Asia, and everywhere are just popping up basically overnight to try to force this on companies. And I think a biggest challenge for a lot of those companies will be to comply with the initial, I would say, security hygiene, which they need to have, and do security maybe for the first time in a proper way. So I think that's a big challenge. But even though nobody really likes regulation is good because it forces you to do something. So we'll see. Supply chain was a problem. We have now regulation about supply chain. It's not a thing which can easily be solved, especially with the number of vendors, open source, developers using libraries of developers who will use libraries of developers, and the chain goes on and on and on. So it's difficult, but you have tools for it. So I think the biggest challenge will be to get started on this journey. I don't think we'll be secure overnight, but we have to start somewhere, and any security is a good start.
I agree, Andro, totally, and definitely, CISOs will be under big pressure in the coming years. But definitely, we have the technology that we can leverage to support teams, to support organizations, and for sure, cybersecurity departments within the organizations has to be prioritized, and because without that there is no sustainability of the whole company. So thank you for sharing all of this. And
Absolutely.
just before we close, as we are in Warsaw Security MTC, how do you like the experience so far, and how do you like the visit?
I love it. So I never been to Poland and Warsaw in my life, so it's a beautiful town. It's big, but it has that kind of small town feeling. The center is really nice. People seem friendly, so I hope I'll make the best of it for the next couple of days, and then definitely revisit. And for your center, it's really nice, very high tech. I really feel very welcome here, so thank you for the invite. Hopefully not the last time.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you again.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Andro. Looking forward for the continuing working with you in the coming period. Thank you very much again. I was very honored and humbled to speak with CISO from organization of that scale as Infobip is. We will continue to develop. We will continue to grow. We will continue to grow our relationship as well. And hopefully we're going to have many great success stories that we can share so other companies can benefit from that and for the benefit of everyone. So
I'm sure of it.
thank you very much, Andro, one more time, and all the best.
Thank you. Likewise.